Real economic indicators are available to those who are actually paying attention. Whether inflation, employment, or poverty, the facts and figures are skewed to give a rosy picture of reality, even in the darkest of times. Welcome to reality. You came here for the truth, so let me unveil that for you. Today we're going to talk about shipping and how this affects the global economy. This is one of the most important indicators that you can look at. Look at things that surround shipping. Look at imports and exports. This talks about basically the business, the interchange in between nations. Very crucial to look at to discuss whether we are in growth or not. Let's look at this article here. Now, just keep in mind, I'm trying to work through this on my phone. Don't have the proper access to my computer or anything, so just bear with me here as I go through this article. Very crucial, in fact. I'm not going to be able to get to it all. Definitely would suggest you do so. This market is looking like a disaster, and the rates are a reflection of that, warns one of the largest ship brokers. Okay, so right here, we're going to start off with that really important quote. But I do want to note the Baltic Dry Index, some consider the most important indicator. The Baltic Dry Freight Index gets headlines having collapsed to all-time record lows this week. Let me repeat myself here. Collapsed to all-time record lows this week. Well, not during the financial crisis. We've gotten worse than that, and we have proceeded to the record low. So that's something to be concerned about. Okay, so then you say, you know, they're basically saying that it's truly terrifying. They should be strong around this time of year, but of course it's not. Spot rates for transporting containers from Asia to Northern Europe have crashed a stunning 70% in the last 3 weeks alone. Again, moving down. The shipping rates moving down negatively, and they should be high at this time of year. Let's look at this. They're talking about the divergence from seasonality occurred only at the scale before since 2008. That is, once again, the financial crisis part 2 blooming above us. It is looking scary for the market. It doesn't look like there's going to be any life in the market in the near term. Something that I talk about all the time. Look at the Baltic Dry Index here, and you could see dramatically lower than where we were before the financial crisis, and you could see how it really hasn't come up ever since. If I scroll down more, you'll see this, the Shanghai containerized freight collapsing. Look at the decline right here. Of course, once QE3 ended, everything has gone down since then. That shouldn't surprise anybody. Operation Twist, I don't believe had any effect on the economy at all, but here they're showing that it did go up during that time period. It wasn't the only thing that was happening during that time, of course. Now, this is part from a Reuters article, and then I'm going to leave you off with this. Shipping freight rates for transporting containers from ports to Asia to Northern Europe plunged 28% to $295 per 20-foot container. So what we have here is very specific information, but all I'd like to leave you with is the fact that what we are seeing now is a decline of the global economy. We wouldn't see the Baltic Dry Index and these other indexes necessarily being so dramatically in decline if it was just the US, for example. One nation can necessarily, and we're talking technicalities here, one nation can necessarily fall and others come to sort of fill in the gaps. But that's not possible anymore. We have globalization, and we have the situation where these countries are falling into a negative territory all simultaneously. So I'm going to leave you off with that. If you found this video informative, please give me a thumbs up. And also wanted to note that if you like this type of information, definitely go over to my website, themoneygps.com. I have a free e-course there, and anybody could just check out the different videos that are there and just see it for yourself. Take care.